In a city like Lagos, everybody's in a rush. To work. To chase money. To escape poverty. But one morning, I slowed down and followed a beggar. What I discovered still haunts me. I had passed that intersection for over a year. Every morning. Same route. Same time. And every morning, there he was. The beggar. Bent slightly, always sitting on a low stool, holding an old tin can. His voice was weak but steady. "Oga, abeg. Small change for food." He wore tattered clothes, brown from years of dust. His face was wrinkled. But not from age, from hardship. Or so I thought. Most drivers barely looked at him. They kept their windows up. Some handed him 50 Nigerian Nairas or 100 Nigerian Nairas and drove off quickly, like they were buying peace from their conscience. Me. I had never given him a kobo. Not until that Thursday. Felt different. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it was the way he looked directly at me when I slowed down. Like he was expecting something. There was something intelligent in his eyes. Something that didn't belong on the face of a man begging for survival. I rolled down the window slowly, reached into my pocket, and gave him 500 Nigerian Nairas. He smiled warmly, too warmly, and said, "God bless you, sir. You will never lack." But instead of walking away, I parked by the roadside and watched him from my mirror. That was the beginning of everything. He finished collecting money for the next 30 minutes. Then, at exactly 10:07 a.m., he stood up, folded his stool neatly into a black nylon, tucked it under his arm, and began to walk. Not limping. Not slowly. But confidently. That was the first red flag. I got out of my car and followed him on foot, keeping a safe distance. He walked down Ojulegba Road, turned into a quiet street I had never noticed before, then into an even quieter back lane behind an abandoned warehouse. Then I saw it. A black Lexus RX 350 parked beneath a mango tree. He looked around, didn't see me, then brought out a key fob. The car beeped. I almost screamed. He opened the boot, tossed in the stool and nylon bag, then opened the back door and slid in. Through the car window, I saw him remove his tattered shirt. Underneath, a clean white singlet. He took a pack of wipes from the glove box, cleaned his face, adjusted his mirror, then, and I swear on everything, pulled out an iPhone. I stepped back and leaned on the wall. My chest was pounding. This wasn't a beggar. This was a businessman in disguise. Then I heard it. He was on a call. I couldn't hear the other person, but he was smiling. "Today no 14,200 Nigerian Nairas," he said. No, the old woman didn't show up. But the traffic was mad. People were soft. Same spot tomorrow. Lagos they pay when you they look hungry. He laughed hard, a laugh that chilled my bones. Then he ended the call and drove off like a man without a care in the world. I walked back to my car in silence. I sat inside with my hands on the steering wheel, sweating, but not from heat. From shame. I had judged that man. I had pitied him. I had even thanked myself for my generosity. But what if he was the smart one? What if he was playing a system that plays all of us every single day? I couldn't sleep that night. I kept thinking, how many people are wearing rags on purpose? How many of the poor we help are actually richer than us? In Lagos, poverty is a mask. And anyone can wear it. The next day, I returned. Same time. He was already there. Same stool. Same tin can. Same dusty shirt. And once again, people walked past him like he was invisible. He saw me. Recognized me. Gave me a small nod. But I didn't give him any money. I just stood and watched. Some gave him 100 Nigerian Nairas, some 500 Nigerian Nairas. One woman gave him a bottle of water and said, "You remind me of my brother." He thanked her. Genuinely. Like a man who really needed help. But I knew the truth. Since then, I've seen more things. A crippled beggar who stands up and stretches after 6 p.m. A woman with twins that are actually two identical dolls. A man who washes windshields just to spot luxury car plate numbers, then robs them later. I'm not saying don't help the poor. I'm saying know who you're helping. Because in Lagos, everyone is hustling. And sometimes, the person begging you for help is richer than your landlord. Don't judge a man by the dust on his feet, judge him by the direction he's walking. In this city, things are never what they seem. The poorest man may have the fattest bank account. And the richest man might be eating indomie under a bridge. If this story opened your eyes, imagine what the next one will do. Click subscribe for more real African stories that expose the truth behind the mask. Leave a comment. Have you ever met someone pretending to be poor? Let's talk in the comments.